One more time I am going to revise, and some more extra problems I am giving. So whatever is there in the textbook, all the exercise problems, example problems we have finished. Now some of the objective type questions also I will give you. And listen, what is a linear equation first of all? So the equation, if the equation having the degree equal to 1, then that type of equation is said to be linear equation. Or suppose if I have okay, if I have degree of the equation 7x plus 5 is equal to 10 and 7x plus 8y is equal to 12, 9x plus 15 x square is plus 7 is equal to 0. Like this I have three equations. Now observe what is the degree of this first equation. Observe here variable is only 1 and its power is 1. Okay, so its degree is equal to 1. And here in this first 7x 8y, two variables are there, but what is the power of x? Only 1. What is the power of y? Only 1. So completely degree of this equation also equal to 1. Highest power we need to select. And what is the degree of this first term? 1. Degree of this second term is 2. Powers we have to check. Powers of the variables, no need to go for numbers. And what is the degree of constant term? Always 0. Degree of the constant term is 0. Now what is the highest number among these? 2. So degree of this last equation is equal to 2. So the equation whose degree is equal to 1 is known as a linear equation. We have finished. Once again I am revising. Linear equation. And if it is having only one variable, so linear equation in one variable. And its general form is given by ax plus b is equal to 0 and a is not equal to 0. That's all. That is the general form of a linear equation. And if the equation in this form, which is having only one variable and whose degree is equal to 1, that is known as a simple equation. Okay, linear equation in one variable is also called as simple equation. And here linear equation only, because degree equal to 1, so it is also a linear equation, but having two variables. So it is linear equation in two variables. And coming to second one, degree is equal to 2, so it is not a linear equation. So further type of quadratic equations are there, whose degree equal to 2, it is known as a quadratic equation. So that one you will get in further classes. In this chapter, whatever we have discussed, that is about linear equation. So when the linear equation having only one side variable, how to simplify? When the linear equation with one variable having two sides variables, how to simplify? All those we have discussed. So today I am going to teach some more examples on the different types of questions. How to simplify using the linear equations we will solve now. So problems on numbers. So on the numbers, how we have to solve? By using the linear equation. Problems on numbers. How to simplify? Okay, my first example is find three consecutive odd numbers whose sum is 45. Okay, see, odd numbers are nothing but 1, 3, 5, 7. This is a pattern for odd numbers, yes or no? See, just observe. The numbers which are not divisible by 2, all those are odd numbers. What is the general pattern for this number? For suppose I am taking the even numbers which are divisible by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on I am taking. So just observe, it is 2 ones are 2. To get the first term, 2 ones are 2. Okay. To get the second term, 2 twos are 4. 2 threes are. 2 fours are means 2 tables. So I want to get nth term, that is 2 into n, 2n. N may be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So 2 into 1, 2. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 3, 6. 2 into 4, 8. So like that patterns you have already studied in algebraic expression. So what is the nth pattern of this even sequence? 2n. For odd numbers, 2n plus 1. N value if it is 0, 2 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay. 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 1 is 3 when n is equal to 1. If take n is equal to 3, 2 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So remember, 2n is the general pattern for even numbers. So just one number is more than the if 0, 2, 4 like that. No, one number is extra for the even numbers is a odd number. Successor of even number is odd number, means one number is extra plus 1 successor. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, 4 plus 1 is 5, 6 plus 1 is 7. 2n is the pattern for 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 2n, successor of 2n, that is plus 1, is the odd number. So nth term in for odd numbers is 2n plus 1, even numbers is 2n. Okay. Now, why I am telling this means, find 3 consecutive odd numbers they said. So for suppose 1, 2, 3 I have 3 consecutive odd numbers. Sorry, 1, 3, 7, 1, 3, 5. 3 consecutive odd numbers beside odd numbers. How I will get this one? 2n plus 1 is my number. If n is equal to 0, then 2 into 0, 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Yes, if n is equal to 1, when n is equal to 1, that value may be equal to 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. When n is equal to 2, 2 twos are 4, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5 I will get. Yes or no? 1, 3, 5. So, observe this. 2n plus 1 is my number. I don't know what is that number. And next number how I will get 2n plus 2n plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 2n plus 3. That means next number I will get by 2n plus 3. And next consecutive number I will get by 2n plus 5. 1, 3, 5 like that I will get. So I am taking, let the 3 consecutive numbers, let the 3 consecutive odd numbers are, my first number is 2n plus 1, odd number, 2n plus 3 and 2n plus 5. Okay, given sum of those 3 numbers is equal to 45. So sum of those 3 numbers, 3 consecutive odd numbers is equal to 45 given in the question itself. So what are the 3 consecutive odd numbers? Those are 2n plus 1 plus, because sum we are finding, 2n plus 3 plus 2n plus 5 is equal to 45. Okay. Now 2n plus 2n, 4n, 4n plus 2n, 6n plus 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9 is equal to 45. 6n is equal to 45 minus 9. So now we got the linear equation. Okay. So then 6n is equal to 45 minus 9, 36. Okay. Then n will be equal to 36 by 6. 6 ones are 6 6 are. N is equal to 6. N value we got 6. Therefore the numbers are 2n plus 1 is equal to 2 6 are 12, 12 plus 1, 2 into 6 plus 1. is equal to 12 plus 1, which is equal to 13. So what are the next consecutive numbers? 12 plus 3, 15. 12 plus 5, 17. 13, 15, 17 are the three consecutive numbers whose sum is equal to 45. Okay, consecutive odd numbers. Now 2n plus 3 is equal to 2 into 6 plus 3. So 12 plus 3, which is equal to 15. 2n plus 5 is equal to 2 into 6 plus 5. So 12 plus 5, which is equal to 17. Just add their sum. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. And 4, 45. So whatever numbers we got, those are correct. Okay. Whenever they are asking to find three consecutive odd numbers, you remember 2n plus 1, 2n plus 3, this pattern. If they are asking for even numbers, 2n, 2n plus 2, 2n plus 4, like that you must remember. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Second example, one number is 3 times another number. A number is 3 times another number. If 15 is added to both the numbers, if 15 is added to both the numbers, then one of the new numbers becomes twice one of the new numbers becomes twice that of the other. Twice that of the other. Other new number. Find the numbers. So now just observe. Let one number is 3 times another number. So let one number is equal to x. And given other number will be 3 times of one number is 3 times another number. So other number will be equal to 3 times of the first number, that is 3x. Now if 15 is added to both the numbers. So if 15 is added to both the numbers, that is x plus 15, 3x plus 15, they will become. Those are the new numbers. One number is twice the other number. That is, greater number must be equal to twice of the smaller number. So if 15 is added to both the numbers, then the new numbers are x plus 15 and 3x plus 15. So given that one of the new numbers becomes twice that of the other new number. So one of the new number, I am taking bigger number, 3x plus 15 becomes twice of the another new number, that is x plus 15, twice, 2 times. So which is equal to 3x plus 15 is equal to 2 into x is 2x. Why I am taking greater 3x plus 15 is equal to 2. Why I didn't take x plus 15 is equal to 2 into 3x plus 15 means one of the number becomes twice of the other one. So greater number will be equal to twice of the smaller one, not smaller one equal to twice into greater. Yes or no? For that sake, what is the smaller among these two? X plus 15 is smaller. So twice of x plus 15 is equal to greater number. That is 3x plus 15 is equal to 2 into x plus 15. So that is 2x plus 15 to the 30. Now bring x terms one side. 3x minus 2x is equal to 30 minus 15. So here also we are using the equations to solve the different types of number problems. So x is equal to 30 minus 15 is equal to 15. X value we got 15. Then what will be the another number? 3 into 15. 15 3 is a 45. So those two numbers are 15 and 45. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Third question. Solve 3t minus 2 by 4 minus 2t plus 3 by 3 is equal to 2 by 3 minus t. So here the variable is a t. Now first of all simplify LHS and RHS side. Then afterwards go through with the cross multiplication. So here also first LHS I am using cross multiplication to simplify these two terms. So what is that? 3 into 3t minus 2 minus of 4 into 2t plus 3 divided by 4 into 3 is equal to AD minus BC by A into B is equal to, same here also apply the same thing. 2 minus 3, t is nothing but t by 1. So 3 into t is 3t by 3 ones are 3. Okay. Now 3 3s are 9t minus 3 2s are 6 minus 4 2s are 8t minus 4 3s are 12, because minus is preceding, so we need to multiply with minus also. Minus into plus minus. So which is equal to 2 minus 3t by 3 into 4 3s are 12. Yes or no? So by 12 here I am writing first. Now simplify this. 90 minus 8t. T minus 6 minus 12 minus 18 divided by, so this division I am bringing this side by taking the division, while we are transposing to another side it will become multiplication. So which is equal to 2 minus 3t by 3 into 12 by bringing this side into 12 by 12 by bringing this side into 12. 3 ones are 3 fours are. Okay. Now t minus 18 is equal to 2 minus 3t into 4. So multiply with 4 each and every term. First remove the bracket. That is t minus 18 is equal to 4 2s are 8 minus 4 3s are 12t. So now it is very simple. Bring t terms one side and constant terms one side. That is t minus 18 is equal to 8 minus 12t will be equal to t minus 12t by bringing this side plus 12t is equal to 8 minus 18 by bringing this side plus 18. So 12t plus t is equal to 13t and 18 plus 8 is equal to 26. Now t will be equal to 26 by 13. 13 ones are 13 twos are. So t is equal to 2. So this type of questions we have discussed is reducing the linear equations to simpler form, and then we are solving the linear equations. Okay. And come to some of the age related problems. Age related problems. So my first question is, is 24 years older than Rakesh. Older than Rakesh. 10 years back, 10 years back, Kiran's age will be, Kiran's age was 5 times age of 5 times the age of Rakesh. Find their ages. Okay, observe the question, age related problems. We have did so many questions. Now again we will solve some of the different types of questions depending on age. First of all, whatever they are given, observe. Kiran is 24 years older than Rakesh. So as I told you, observe this. Kiran age represented in terms of Rakesh age. So whose age we need to represent as variable? Second person. Who is the second person? Rakesh. So let the age of Rakesh is equal to X years. Then Kiran age will be equal to 24 years older. Older means bigger one. So X plus 24. 10 years back, Kiran's age was, that means 10 years ago, means minus. That is Kiran's age was 5 times the age of Rakesh. So what is the age of Kiran and Rakesh before 10 years? We need to find. After that, this relation we must use. So given, let Rakesh age is equal to X years. Therefore, Kiran's age will be equal to (24) plus X. That is X plus 24 years. They only given in the question. Kiran is 24 years older than Rakesh. And after that 10 years back, so 10 years back, Kiran's age will be equal to X plus 24 minus 10, which is equal to X plus 14 years. And Rakesh age will be equal to X minus 10 years. Okay. So given that 10 years back, Kiran's age is equal to 5 times of the age of Rakesh. So given in the question, 10 years before, already I have written, Kiran's age is equal to 5 times of Rakesh age. So 10 years back, Kiran's age is equal to X plus 14 is equal to 5 into X minus 10. That's all. Simplify this equation, we will get the relation. That is X plus 14 is equal to 5 into X, 5X minus 5 tens of 50. Okay. So bring X terms one side. X minus 5X is equal to minus 50 minus 14. Plus 14 by bringing this side minus 14. So which is equal to minus 4X is equal to minus 64. Minus minus will get cancelled. X is equal to 64 by 4. 4 ones are 4 six are. So X is equal to 16 years. That means Rakesh age is equal to 16 years and Kiran's age is equal to 16 plus 24. That is 40 years. Okay. So like this we need to simplify. Now coming to the next type of question on this age problem only. My age is 4 times the 4 times the difference of 4 times the difference of my age after 4 years, and my age 3 years back, and my age 3 years back. How old am I? How old am I? Okay, observe first of all whatever given. My age is 4 times the difference of my age after 4 years and my age 3 years back. Okay, after 4 years and 3 years back. So let that person age is equal to, that is my age is equal to X years, present age. Okay, given that my age is equal to, X is equal to 4 times of 4 into difference of my age, difference in the sense subtraction, after 4 years. After 4 years what will be? So before that list after 4 years my age will be equal to, after 4 years X minus X plus 4 after the 4 years, and before 4 years, before 3 years, sorry, 3 years back will be equal to X minus 3 years, and the difference we want now. So they are given my age is equal to 4 times the difference between after 4 years, difference in the sense X plus 4 minus before 3 years, that is X minus 3. Okay, so which will be equal to, simplify the brackets first, X plus 4 minus into X minus X minus into minus plus 3. So plus X minus X will get cancelled. X is equal to 4. 4 plus 7 is equal to 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. 4 7 is 28. X is equal to 28 years. So what is my age? 28 years. So once again I am telling, observe, my age is 4 times the difference of my age. 4 times of the 4 times, that is 4 into difference of my age after 4 years. After 4 years my age is X plus 4, and before 3 years my age is X minus 3 years. The difference is equal to X plus 4 minus X minus 3. So my present age is equal to 4 times of the difference of after 4 years and 3 years back. So difference of those two is this one. 4 times is nothing but 4 into X plus 4 minus of X minus 3. So simplify, you will get the X value, that is nothing but my age is equal to 28 years. So read the given sentences and form the equations. That is the important, that's all. Now coming to the next age related problem only. So see, this type of question we didn't get before. Now we got. Now coming to the next problem, third problem. The ages of Rahul and Harun. Rahul and Harun are in the ratio 7:5. Are in the ratio 7:5. 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56 years. Okay. What are their present ages? What are their present ages. Okay, my first whatever I need to write, just observe. Given the ratio of ages of Rahul and Harun is equal to 7:5. So ratio given in the sense there is a common factor. So therefore the age of Rahul will be 7 parts, that is 7x, and Harun will be 5 parts, that is 5x. So order is important. Therefore age of Rahul is equal to 7x and age of Harun is equal to 5x. Okay. Now after 4 years later, after 4 years, some of their ages will be 56 years. After 4 years, first of all, what are those members' ages find out? So after 4 years later, after 4 years, Rahul's age will be equal to 7x plus 4 and Harun's age will be equal to 5x plus 4. So given after 4 years, sum of those two people's age is equal to 56 years. So that is 7x plus 4 plus 5x plus 4 is equal to 56. So 7 plus 5, 12x plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 8 is equal to 56. Now 12x is equal to 56 minus 8. So 12x is equal to 48. 48. Then x will be equal to 48 by 12. 12 ones are 12 fours are 48. So x is equal to 4. So what is the age of Rahul? So Rahul's present age is equal to 7x. That is 7 into 4. 7 fours are 28 years. And Harun's age will be equal to 5x. So that is 5 into 4. 5 fours are 20 years. Okay. So first of all, what is given? Rahul and Harun's age are in the ratio 7:5. Whenever ratio is given, it is very simple. They are having the common factor. So age of Rahul means 7 into x. 7x common factor x. 5 into Harun's age is equal to 5 into x years. So Rahul's age after 4 years is 7x plus 4 and Harun's age is equal to 5x plus 4. Their sum 5 plus 7, 12x plus 8 will be equal to 56 years. They only given in the question. So by simplifying that, x value you will get. But now we don't want not only x, we need to find out the ages of Rahul and Harun. So Rahul age is equal to 7x. 7 into 4. 7 fours are 28. And Harun's age is equal to 5 fours are 20 years. So what is the ratio between 28 and 20? 7:5. Okay. 4 sevens and 4 fives. And coming to problems on mensuration. Mensuration are nothing but different geometrical figures like rectangle, square. How we need to simplify, how we need to use these equations. The width of Sudha's garden is 2/3 of its length. 2/3 of its length. Okay. If its perimeter is 40 meters, if its perimeter is 40 meters, find its dimensions. So mensuration are nothing but about we need to use the equations. We need to use the equations to simplify to find what are the dimensions of different shapes. Here we are going to find. See, observe here, width and length given means what are the dimensions? Length and width. Length and width is nothing but length and breadth. Length and breadth will come for which shape? Rectangle. So they are asking find the dimensions. That means we need to find out what is length, what is breadth. So the width of Sudha's garden is 2/3 of its length. They did not give length, breadth, but they are given the relation between length and breadth, and perimeter also given. So what is the perimeter of that garden? So length, breadth given means it is a rectangle. So what is the perimeter of the rectangle? So first of all, given let width of Sudha's garden is 2/3 of its length. So width represented in terms of length. So let length of the garden is equal to x meters, because perimeter is given in meters. Okay. Now width of the garden. So this is given in the question. Given width of the garden is equal to 2/3 of its length. 2/3 of its length. So that is 2/3 into length is equal to x. So actually here L is equal to x meters. So therefore B will be equal to 2x/3 meters. 2/3 of its length. Now we have perimeter. Given perimeter of the garden is equal to P is equal to 40 meters. So perimeter of the garden, because garden is having 2 dimensions and B, so it is a rectangle. So what is the perimeter of the rectangle? 2 into L plus B is equal to 40 meters given in the question. So substitute all the values. 2 into L value is x, B value is 2x/3 is equal to 40 meters. So simplify. X plus 2x/3 is equal to 40/2. This 2 I am bringing this side. So here into by bringing this side division. 2 ones are 2 20s are. Now go through with the cross multiplication here. 3 into x 3x plus 1 into 2x is 2x divided by 3 into 1 3 is equal to 20. Now bring this 3 this side. 3x plus 2x 5x is equal to 20 into 3. So x will be equal to 23 is a 60/5. 5 ones are 5 2s are 10. So x is equal to 12 meters. So x is nothing but length. Length of the garden is 12 meters. Then breadth is equal to 2x/3. That is 2 into 12/3. 3 ones are 3 fours are 2 fours are 8 meters. So width of the garden is equal to 8 meters. Founded the dimensions of this rectangle. So mensuration is nothing but for shapes we are using the equation. So perimeter is given. So by substituting all the values we got as a linear equation form. So like this we are simplifying. Now coming to the next question. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meters. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meters. Its length is 2 meters more than 2 meters more than twice its breadth. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? What are the length and breadth of the pool? So this is the question. Now again observe this, the perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool. Again rectangular shape, perimeter is given 154 meters. Length is 2 meters, more than twice its breadth. So here second quantity is breadth. So let breadth is equal to x meters. Twice its breadth means 2x. More than means plus 2. So L will be equal to 2x plus 2. So substitute L and B values by taking the formula for perimeter of the rectangle. Find out L and B values. So let breadth of the pool is equal to B is equal to x meters. So here also meters only, 154 meters given. Now therefore given that length of the pool is equal to 2 meters more than twice of breadth. So that is L is equal to twice of breadth is nothing but 2x, more than means plus 2. So length of the pool is equal to 2x plus 2 meters. Okay. Now given perimeter of the pool is equal to 154 meters. So perimeter of the pool formula, because it is a rectangular swimming pool, so 2 into L plus B is equal to 154 meters. So substitute here all the values. That is 2 into L value is 2x plus 2 and B value is x is equal to 154. Bring 2 this side. What we will get? 2x plus 2 plus x is equal to 154 by 2. Because here it is in multiplication, by bringing this side division. 2 ones are 2 sevens are 14, 2 sevens are 14. 2x plus x is equal to 3x plus 2 is equal to 77. 3x is equal to 77 minus 2, because plus 2 by bringing this side minus 2. So 3x is equal to 75. X is equal to 75 by 3. 3 2s are 6, 15. 3 5s are 15. So x is equal to 25 meters. That is breadth of the pool is equal to 25 meters. Therefore length will be equal to 2 into 25, 50 plus 2, 52 meters. Okay, these are the different questions depending on mensuration. I am coming to one more type, that is speed, time, distance. So after this, some information about inequations also I will give for you. Problems on speed, time and distance. See, in all these applications we are using linear equations only. Speed, time and distance. Okay, observe the question. A car traveling at 60 kilometers per hour left Dehradun at 3 p.m. 1 hour later, another car traveling at 80 kilometers per hour. 80 kilometers per hour. Started over the same road. Started over the same road. To overtake the first. How long must the second car travel? How long must the second car travel? Okay, observe the question. A car traveling at 60 kilometers per hour left Dehradun at 3 p.m. So at 3 p.m. it is started and using the speed 60 kilometers per hour. And 1 hour later, after 1 hour, another car is traveling with the speed of 80 kilometers per hour and started over the same road. To overtake the first one, how much time it is taking, we need to find. Second car, how much time it is taking, we need to find. So observe this. Okay, let's what we need to find. How long must the second car travel? So first of all, to overtake the first car, let the second car is using second car is traveling taking the time x hours to overtake the first car. So let the second car overtake the first car in x hours. Means time taken to overtake the first car for second time taken by second car to overtake the first car is equal to x hours. Okay, now so how much time is taken by second car? Before first 1 hour, before 1 hour only first car was traveled. So time taken by the first car is equal to x plus 1 hour. Okay. Time taken by the first car is equal to x plus 1 hours and both are taking same distance, both are covering same distance and two cars are covering same distance. Same distance. Therefore, distance covered by first car is equal to distance covered by first car and second car find out. After that, both the distance are equal, so equate them. So just listen to the question. Listen my question. First of all, take x hours are needed to second car to overtake the first car. And so already they only mentioned that first car is started at 3 p.m. 1 hour later, second car is started. That means 1 hour extra time is taken by the first car. So the time taken by the first car is equal to x plus 1 hour. And two cars are covering the same distance. Yes or no? Both are going on same road and both are covering the same distance. And distance covered by the first car is equal to distance is equal to speed into time. Yes or no? So first car using the speed 60 kilometers and time is required by the first car is equal to x plus 1. That is 60 into x plus 1 kilometers because it is distance kilometers per hour given. So kilometers are the unit. So that is equal to 60x plus 60 kilometers. Now distance covered by the second car. Distance covered by the second car is equal to speed into time. So speed of the second car is equal to 80 kilometers per hour. That is 80 into, and how much distance it is using? X hours. That is x, 80x kilometers. So the two cars are covering the same distance. Therefore, 60x plus 60 kilometers is equal to 80x kilometers. Now bring x terms one side. 60 is equal to 80x minus 60x. This 60x I am bringing to RHS side. Then 60 will be equal to 80 minus 60 is 20x. So I am writing LHS is equal to RHS, RHS is equal to LHS. That is 20x is equal to 60. X will be equal to 60 by 20. 21 are 22, 3s are. So x is equal to 3 hours. So time taken by the second car to overtake the first car is 3 hours, and time taken by the first car is equal to x plus 1 hours, that is 4 hours. Okay. So what is the question? Observe the question. A car traveling at 60 kilometers per hour means first car speed is equal to 60 kilometers per hour. Last Dehradun at 3 p.m. So that is started at 3 p.m. the journey. 1 hour later. So whatever journey started after the 1 hour, another car traveling at 80 kilometers per hour means speed is more for the second car. So speed is more means the distance covered also more. Yes or no? So here speed is less, so distance covered also less, means second car only taking less time to cover the distance. Okay, leave. So 80 kilometers and per hour is the speed of the second car over the same road, means same distance covering to overtake the first one. Okay, to overtake the first one, that was, so first car is started before and after some time second car is started. So to overtake this means same distance they are covering. Okay. First, how long must the second car travel? So how much time it is using second car to overtake the first one, that they are asking. So let the second car is taking the time to overtake the first car is equal to x hours. Means second car is using x hours time, and first car started before 1 hour. That's why x plus 1. So time taken by the first car is equal to x plus 1. Now they are traveling, distance is equal. So both are traveling in the same distance. That's why how much distance they traveled with the speed of 60 kilometers and 80 kilometers find out. So the distance is equal to speed into time. Speed of the first car is 60 and time taken by first car is equal to x plus 1. 60 into x plus 1. And coming to the speed of the second car is equal to 80. And the time taken by second car is equal to x, 80 into x, 80x. So both are equal. That's why by equating you will get the x value. So x is nothing but the time taken by the first car, which is equal to 3 hours. Second car, sorry, 3 hours. So we need to find out second car time only, 3 hours. And the time taken by the first car is equal to 3 plus 1, 4 hours. So these are the different topics, whatever we have used, different types of questions. In all these applications, we are using linear equations to solve the given questions. So we are solved number problems as well as age-related problems, as well as time, speed, and distance problems. And next, mensuration problems. So in all these cases, we are using the linear equations. Okay, next we will continue with the new topic in the tomorrow's class.